So I am swapping this Ruger American Gen 2 chambered in 308 with a 16-inch barrel. Swapping this chassis out to the Wuchs Furiosa chassis. So now this 308 and 16 inches can reach out, as I showed in a previous video. So we're able to reach out to 500 yards. But for most hunting purposes, it's going to be, closer than that. So let's do a little time lapse of me taking this apart, breaking it down, sticking it in that chassis. I was made aware that I do have to do a little bit of Dremel work to get this new generation to fit, but it shouldn't be too bad. So we'll get a little bit of footage of that, show you what it looks like when it's all done. What up, y'all? So we are back. I have the Ruger American Gen 2 chambered in 308 with a 16-inch barrel, topped with primary arms glass, sitting in this beautiful Wuchs Furiosa chassis. And I believe this is the Tigerwood. Sorry if I'm not getting that color name correct, but this one just screamed at me. It was beautiful. I liked the skeletonized buttstock, and Wuchs is just an awesome company, and they're in North Carolina. Now they do ship all the wood from America to Italy, where those folks handcraft everything, fit it, finish it, send it back to the States. So that is kind of part of where that price point for these beautiful chassis come in. But I think you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. So I chose one that did not have an Arca rail attached, because the one that does have the Arca rail already pre-made into it didn't come in this color. I know. Whatever, sue me. I really wanted this color, so I just have the Arca rail from Fat Boy. My tripod here, they make their own Arca rail, so I stuck it on here for the purposes of the video. As far as what this chassis system will do over the stock one somewhere on the floor over there, so this one has an adjustable cheek riser, adjustable length of pull, and you can lock those in place fairly easily. This one also has the bag rider, so hence the name, you're using your rear bag. This thing will sit on it nice and easy. It does have a almost 90-degree angle here on the grip, so that you can keep a nice and upright wrist position, make your shooting a little easier. What else are we working with? We have a ambidextrous mag release here, and then you do have Picatinny or M-LOK slots, M-LOK on every side of the gun, so that you can put on whatever sort of accessories that you want. It does, the Ruger American Gen 2 does come, as you see it, with this fluted barrel. This is a 16-inch edition, so it comes with the fluted barrel, this brake that actually does work fairly well. Already comes with the Picatinny rail attached on top. The one thing to look out for is if you get the Gen 2 Ruger American and you drop it into the Wuchs chassis, they did tell me that the safety may not work properly. I found that it does work properly for me. However, I didn't double check before taking it out of the original chassis and dropping it into here whether the safety works after you drop the trigger, or after you press the trigger. Does the safety move on the original Ruger American in the regular chassis? So in this chassis, your safety is completely inoperable once you drop the trigger, but as soon as you rack the bolt, put it back home, your trigger works as it should. So in the new generation, there's a 3-position safety. So the safety, I don't know if I just said the trigger works as it should or safety, excuse me, but it's supposed to be safety. So the safety works as it should after you rack the bolt. So it's a 3-position, and the 3rd position is completely safe. Trigger won't actuate, the bolt won't release either. In the 2nd position, the bolt will actuate, but the trigger will not. And then in the complete 3rd firing position, bolt will move, trigger will go. So that is a cool feature there. So you can put it in the 2nd position if you just want to load the gun, say you're getting ready for a hunt. You're loading prematurely, or getting ready for a match or something. You already loaded one, but you still want to have that level of safety to where you can't press the trigger. That's what that 2nd position is going to be for. And obviously the 3rd is for fire, and the bottom one's for completely unsafe. Yeah, this is going to be a very nice hunting setup. This short barrel 308 is really going to be catered towards like some deer, maybe hog or something like that. But because it's so short, I wanted it to be short for a suppressor host. If I'm backpacking or climbing up in a tree stand, the shorter the barrel, the easier it is just to manipulate in those tight quarters, and if I'm humping through some backwoods area, just trying to keep it lighter, as light as possible. So this is probably temporary glass for this build. However, it is very nice from Primary Arms. It's their SLX with the ACSS Nova reticle, so it gives you a ridiculously bright, crisp dot inside the reticle. It's a 1x6, so it does do enough, right? You saw the previous video of me shooting out 600 with it, so I can get by, but it's still not going to be the ideal sort of optic when you're trying to reach out past, 400 yards or so. But for my eyesight, if I'm really trying to go for a very, very clean shot straight through some vital organs, I'm going to want a little more power. So maybe a 10 power for my eyesight, 12, etc. Attached is a different bipod than I have on my Remington. The Remington is an MDT chassis with their MDT SkyPod bipod. This is the Accutac. I believe this is the BR4. It's either the BR4 or the FC. Yes, this is their BR4 Accutac bipod. This thing is super sturdy. We're going to do a full video just on bipods, but if you are in the market, Accutac makes some of the nicest ones on the market. So this one does have a tilt feature, but it does not have the pan feature where you can pan back and forth. The awesome thing with Accutac is how freaking sturdy and well built all of their stuff is. Like, these things, I feel like I could use these things to hold up my car if I'm changing a tire. Obviously not, but that's just how sturdy and well built these bad boys are. They do have a quick pull, so basically 2 fingers grab and pull, and then this little button system is awesome. So the only drawback I'd say to the Accutac bipods is they are so sturdy. As you saw, I had to essentially lift my rifle to be able to pull down and get these bad boys to move to different positions. But they're on some really sturdy springs, so like with all springs, I'm sure they'll break in with enough use. But yeah, that is the Ruger American Gen 2 build. I can't wait to get this back over to Jay's place, push out to some distance, and show how this more ergonomic and just aesthetically pleasing stock. And I'll be honest, that's the #1 reason I wanted it. It's just sexy. But it does give you additional benefits to be able to shoot from a better position, be able to customize it to your length of pull, your height, etc. So really looking forward to putting some rounds through this thing. Thank you, Wooks, for sending this out. Thank you, Primary Arms, for the glass. Thank you, Accutac, for the bipods. Thank you, Fat Boy, for the tripods. Yeah, so you guys and gals have hooked me up tremendously. So happy to bring this content to you folks and this education while I get educated on the new sport, new area of marksmanship in the shooting world. I wanted to be able to educate you as I go along this new journey. So this type of stuff really excites me, learning something new. So hopefully it excites you too. See you in the next video.